Welcome. If you need a pronoun refresher, you are at the right place. So I am using one of the slideshows that I've already presented to you previously. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick refresher. Maybe it'll help you out on the no reading practice that I have assigned for you guys. So a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. When you are using pronouns like I, me, she, we, they, who, etc., we are making sure that the pronoun we are using is not vague and it easily connects to the antecedent. And if you forgot what that meant, it is the word or phrase that is replaced by the pronoun. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first two types of pronouns that you're going to be focusing on for today's practice is subjective and objective pronouns. A subjective pronoun is again used as a subject or part of the subject of a sentence. Typically, you'll find these doing the action. For example, we have we are ready to go, the pronoun being we. Another example of a pronoun that is subjective is he or I, it, she, they, you. Subjective pronouns are always found at the beginning of the sentence, or typically you can find them before the verb. Wow, that is so shocking. It's like the subject is in the beginning and a subjective pronoun is in the beginning. That's a really quick and easy way to remember that. Let's go ahead and look at some examples on subjective pronouns. I am studying for a Russian test. I is at the beginning, therefore I is the subject of am studying. Or we have I can speak Russian, but I can't read it very well. Now, this one's kind of tricky because you actually have two complete thoughts in one sentence. And in both of these thoughts, I is the subject because I is saying that you can speak, and then I in the second part is saying that you can't read. Both are at the beginning of the thought, and they're also both before the verbs. Some examples are I, you, he, she, it, they, we. Let's go ahead and move on to our final one, an objective pronoun. It is used as a direct or indirect object in a sentence. It can also be used after a preposition. This means something is happening to this object. So let's look at the example here. Rebecca gave me a gift. If we decided that the subject is always at the beginning, that means Rebecca is the subject, which makes our next pronoun the object. So what is Rebecca doing? She is giving me a gift, which makes me the objective pronoun. Some other examples of objective pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, them, whom. Here are two more examples. And just a reminder, we did go through all these in class too. I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. My math teacher encouraged me to come for extra help after school. Me is the object of encouraged being a verb. She asked me to bring my homework. Me is the object of asked. Asked again is our verb. So that's another really helpful way to look at it is if you just find the verb, and then once you have the verb, if the pronoun is to the right, so it comes after the verb, it's typically the object. And if the pronoun comes before the verb, it's typically the subject. And here I have the video that we watched. That one was pretty helpful. Before I let you go, I'm going to give you one more reminder. Subject can be found in the beginning of the sentence, and object can be found in the end of the sentence. And here's a visual. He paints posters, very simple sentence. He being your subject, that is who we're talking about. What is he doing? He's painting, which is our verb. And then lastly, our objective pronoun is posters because it comes after the verb. And then I also have another example after that. If you have any questions about these, please make sure you are tuning into my conference from 12 to 12:15. That is the best time to get any answers to questions. I do respond to emails, but sometimes emails aren't as clear. So again, my times for conferences are 12 to 12:15. Hope that refresher helped.